What's up, LA Live Gang? This is your boy AC, and welcome back to a special live edition of LA Sports Live. You guys see that thumbnail? You see the title? You guys know this is a Laker channel. You guys know I'm a Laker fan going all the way back to the '80s, the Showtime Lakers, and unfortunately, this season did not end the way that we wanted. This season did not end in the back-to-back championship. Damn. Did not end in back-to-back championships like I predicted, like we all wanted. But hey, man, that's the way things go or whatever. There were a lot of things that happened in this season and ultimately ended in a Lakers first round exit. It was the great LeBron James' first round exit of his career, and we'll talk about that later. So what happened, guys? What happened to the Lakers, man? They were supposed to go back to back. It was supposed to be easy work. Rob Pelinka made a lot of changes, and on paper, a lot of people were predicting the Lakers to, of course, no brainer, go back to back. They added two former six men of the year. They added Dennis Schroeder. They added Montrezl Harrell from the LA Clippers. Schroeder coming from the OKC Thunder. So, plus, a lot of other key pieces. So what happened, guys? This is what we're going to talk about on this show. Got a special guest coming on tonight. Told you guys I was going to do things a little bit different. So, decided to bring somebody else in here to chop it up with, Goat Mike. As soon as he comes in, we'll go ahead and get started because I don't want to keep him too long because he's a busy man. But yeah, guys, it was kind of a bummer season for the Lakers. It just kind of seems like if it wasn't one thing or another, things just didn't really go right for the Lakers, man. We really couldn't get on track, and we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about the Lakers season, how things ended, and what can we look forward to, this off season, and the future seasons, for the Lakers. So look, as soon as my guest comes in, we'll go ahead and get started. In the meantime, until Mike comes in, I'm gonna go ahead and play one of my little videos until he comes in, and then we'll go ahead and chop it up and get ready for Gold Mike. But here's some little highlights from this past season until we wait for Gold Mike to come in.
What's good? Can you hear me?
Yo, go Mike in the building. What's up, Big Mike?
What's up? What's up, LA Sports Live? Can you hear me good, man? Can you hear me at all?
Hold up,
You
bro.
can't hear
I
me.
can't hear you. Hold on a minute. Hey, Mike, you fell out, man. Come on back in here, man. Then let's get this going. I didn't. I saw you were talking, but I couldn't hear you.
What's good? What's good? LA Sports Live. Can you hear me?
Yeah, hold on a minute, bro. Something wrong. I can't hear you.
Mm,
Hey, you got headphones on?
yeah.
Hey,
Uh huh.
yeah, I'm here, man, but I can't. Yo, you there, man?
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
What the fuck, man? All right, dude. Give me 1 second, man. Let me figure out why I can't hear you. Hold on a second. All right, Mike, you there?
Yeah. Can you hear me now or no? Hold up. I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna go out and come back in again. I'm trying to figure out why he can't.
Hey, Mike, do you have headphones on?
Can you hear me at all?
I can just barely hear you, but I was asking you, do you have headphones on? Hey,
I put the
if you have
headphones on.
headphones on, just take them off,
Huh?
man. Just talk directly to the phone. Let me see if that works.
Yeah, that's what I just did, and you still can't hear me.
Yeah, damn. All right, give
I
me a
can I
second,
can hear
man.
you.
Hold on a second.
Man, hold on. So the sound's only on one side. I can hear LA Sports Live loud and clear, but he can't hear that I'm saying. I don't know.
All right, try it now.
You can hear me now, or you still can't hear me?
Nah, it's still super low. Damn. Hold on a
You
second.
said still. Hold on. Let me correct something real fast.
Say that again.
Can you hear me now? Hello? Me, you still can't. Can you hear me now? And go out. I'm gonna go out and come back, and I'm gonna see if you can hear me.
Yo, I can't hear you, bro. Let me I don't want to start the video over, but oh shit, you done fell out anyways. All right, guys, let's see if I can get this straightened out. Hold on a second.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you came out. I mean, you went out and came back, man, but I still can't hear you.
You say you
You
still
played
can't
the
hear me?
audio real quick. It's been already 15 minutes. Shit.
Wow, he still can't hear me? Let me give me some water while he's fixing that. Get some water.
Yo, Mike.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Okay, I got you now, bro. My bad. I just got off the phone and switched to my laptop, so I think I got you now. Damn, just wasted 10 minutes on that shit. Anyway, what's up, bro? What's happening with you, man? You a hard man to catch up with.
Hell yeah, man. I be doing a lot of shit, man.
That's cool. That's cool. Hey, LA Live Gang. This is my boy Go Mike, another big time Laker fan, and I just thought I'd bring him on to chop it up so we can talk about this past season with the Lakers and see what the hell we're gonna do moving on to the future with this team, man. So look, Mike, I wanted to ask you, bro. So I know we don't like how the season ended for the Lakers. It didn't really go the way we thought it was going to end. Tell me, just give me your thoughts on how the season ended in the damn Game 6 versus the Phoenix Suns.
Well, when I watched last year's team compared to this team, last year's team they had chemistry, they had they they had camaraderie, they had bond, they had love for one another, they played for one another. Nobody complained about minutes. Nobody complained about starting or coming off the bench. Everybody accepted their roles. That's what made last year's team so effective and so dangerous throughout the whole playoffs. But this year's team, everybody had beefs. Everybody was crying about minutes. Nobody accepted their role. You had guys that didn't want to come off the bench, guys playing selfish, not playing together. Uh, a lot of bad pieces. Rob Pelinka made a huge mistake not bringing back the same roster. They should have went ahead and paid Rondo. You paid JaVale, you paid Dwight, but instead you 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 bring in Schroeder. You bring in Schroeder, who's a selfish guy playing for a contract. You bring in Montrez, who's crying about minutes. You bring in Drummond, who can't guard me one on one, and I don't play in the NBA. You bring in Marc Gasol, who's slower than me. So Rob Pelinka, he made a lot of good moves last year, but this year his moves was just terrible. He should have not brought these guys in here. These guys are not winners. Andre Drummond's not a winner. Schroeder's not a winner. These guys are known for losing. I thought Rob Pelinka made a huge mistake bringing in these guys. These guys have shown that they can't. play together, or play with LeBron, I should say. So I think Rob Pelinka has to go into his bag and try to make some moves to get these guys out of here. Because I'll tell you this right now, as a Lakers fan, if we run it back with the same roster, I'll still cheer for the team. But I will just know one thing: we are never gonna win a chip with this roster as constructed. If they don't make any moves, we're not winning the chip the next 5 years. Even with a healthy LeBron, everybody can tell me Elder Roof is, CB Logic. Even with a healthy LeBron, a healthy AD, we're not winning a championship with this roster. This roster is straight garbage. So even if AD had
Yeah,
even if AD had been healthy, we still would have lost. Because I don't care what your star players do. If your role players can't come up big, you're not winning. That's what I got on that, bro.
yeah, yeah. I think when the season started, we all kind of made a lot of assumptions, man. I mean, most people liked on paper, besides the fact, besides let's say maybe Marcus All, but most people liked the addition of Trez and Schroeder because they thought they were going to get more scoring and that the team got a little bit younger. But to your point, if you want to compare and contrast last season's team, I mean, it's a difference between light and day because this team just could not get any rhythm going, any chemistry going. I don't know if you can completely blame that all on the players because of all this COVID shit and people being out and then all the other injuries. But you're right. My personal opinion is when you have a championship team, you should at least let them run it back at least 1 year. But Pelinka decided to go ahead and make all those changes, and then now we see what happened. So, yeah, it's kind of unfortunate, man. But I think maybe the biggest, Pelinka, he swung for the fences, but he ended up hitting a single or maybe a double. Shit just didn't work out, man. It just didn't work out this season. So, in your opinion, what do you think was the single biggest problem for this year's team? I mean, we had a gang of problems, but what do you think was like the biggest one?
Well, since you have brought up COVID, I'm gonna say this: even if this roster had played together, let's say nobody catches COVID per se. Let's say the whole team nobody gets hurt. Let's say even if the whole team had played together the whole season, let's say LeBron and AD don't get hurt. Let's say nobody gets sick or nothing like that. This roster would still not win a chip. You know why? Because nobody accepted their role. Nobody was playing for the team. Schroeder was playing for a contract. Montrez was crying about minutes. You can't expect to win a chip when you got guys crying about minutes. You got guys crying about roles. You got guys that don't want to play together. I don't care if this team had played together the whole season. They still be fucked up for the fact that these guys don't like each other as a whole. They don't. If you want to win a championship, you have to like each other. You have to like each other. You have to be able to play for one another. These guys were not playing for one another. They're playing for contracts. The guys crying about roles. But that's what. But hey, that's what I'm saying. You bring up COVID, but yet you're still forgetting the fact that none of these guys like each other. You can't win like that when you got a bunch of dudes who don't like each other. Everybody want to play for contracts. Nobody's playing for the team. And you saw it. You saw it in Game 5. You saw it in Game 4, bro. You saw it just about every game. You saw this team come out here and they played just lackadaisical. Played lazy. What kind of team? How many teams come out like that?
Yeah, so I think to sum it up, I think you're right, man. A lot of this falls on Pelinka because he just made too many changes, trying to be perfect, and then it ended up messing everything up. And it's funny that you mentioned. Go ahead.
And that's my point. It's okay to make changes, but you can't make this many changes. But go ahead.
Yeah, and then it's funny that you brought up Beefs because as a Laker fan, we watched this team over the years, but specifically watched this team last year, and then you compare it to this year. They did a fairly good job about covering shit up, but if you watch the games, you could see that there were issues, right? You could see there were issues, and then you could see specifically there were issues with, the two guys you mentioned earlier, Schroeder and Montrez. I never really particularly cared for Montrez to begin with. I kind of scratched my head when they decided to bring him in because I'm like, you already have Kuzma there. You already had Markieff Morris, who played very well for the Lakers in the bubble. I kind of was scratching my head why they bought Montrez. Schroeder, the first fucking day talking about he wanted to start this, that, and the other. It kind of left a bad taste in my mouth right from the jump. And then come to find out, as soon as the season ends, we start hearing all these stories about issues surrounding these two players. And also we hear that the Lakers weren't exactly happy with Schroeder's play on the court.
And it's not. It wasn't just Schroeder and Montrez. It was the whole team got problems going on. You got Kuzma. You got Kuzma crying about playing time. You got Marc Gasol crying about playing time. You got THT mad because he getting benched. Man, the whole team they had shit going on. I mean, even AD had beef with somebody on the team. Everybody had beef with somebody. So that was the problem with this roster is that because last year's Lakers team, everybody was laughing, having fun, dapping up on the sideline. You didn't see that shit this year. You didn't see the team dapping up and dancing and shit on the sideline. They weren't having fun. When you watch last year's team, you see how everybody was dancing and celebrating. Everybody was dapping up before the game. If you watch this year's Lakers team, go watch game 1 through 6. Nobody was smiling. Nobody was happy. Everybody was mean mugging one another. Nobody was dancing and clapping up on the sideline. Nobody cheered for one another. It was like watching a dead Lakers squad, bro.
But you know what, Mike? I'm gonna push back, dude. Last year, it was no doubt that Laker team, they were the best team, or if not, they were the number 2 team at worst last year, right? They led the Western Conference the whole season, start to finish. I guess you say after the second game because they lost to Clippers the first game. But anyhow, they were the clear-cut best team in the West, no doubt. And then they ended up, they ended up winning the championship.
But LA
So, well, what I'm saying, you're talking about, they weren't happy, they weren't dapping each other up. What I'm saying is they had a whole season of success. They had a whole season of winning, kicking everybody's fucking ass. This team had to scratch and claw. Yeah, they had to scratch and claw to get into the playoffs. So it's not exactly the same type of environment because there's a lot of losing going on. Am I right or am I wrong?
LA Sports Live, you're not understanding the context of what I'm saying. I don't care how talented a team is. Okay. Look at the 04 Lakers. The 04 Lakers, they were arguably one of the best teams in basketball. And what happened in 04? They had a bunch of beasts in the locker room between Shaq, Kobe, and all them dudes, and they lost. I don't care how talented. Look. You're bringing up winning. You're bringing up talent. That's beside that's not what I'm talking about. I don't care how much talent. I don't care how many games you're winning. If you are not having fun, man, you're not, bro. When I watched last year's team, if last year's team had beefs, they would have not won. They would have lost. If Dwight Howard came in and said, "I'm gonna do what I want to do," if JaVale McGee said, "I'm gonna do what I want to do," those guys, they explode. Bro, you're missing my point is this: the last year's team, it wasn't just the talent that made them win. It was the fact that those dudes were having fun while winning. They were dancing and jumping up, clap, doop, doop, doop on the sideline. Everybody was cheering for one another. Everybody was playing for one another. This team right here, even though they were the seventh, even though we had to go to play-in tournament, LA Sports Live, you can't tell me if this team right here played for one another, if this team right here gave it their all, didn't care about their role, we could have beat the Suns without AD. We didn't need AD to beat this team. If the Lakers had just played together as a team and gave it their all, they would have won this series. If Dennis Schroeder wasn't playing for a contract, you bring up playing tournament. That's beside the point. I have seen teams. Bro, the 8 seed Memphis Grizzlies beat who? The Spurs, who was the first seed in the 8 seed Grizzlies beat the top seed Spurs. Secondly, the 95 Rockets beat the first seeded I forgot who it was. Just because you're bringing up seeding, you're bringing up playing tournament, you cannot tell me, bro, if this team was playing for one another, they would have destroyed the Suns. You can't tell me they wouldn't. If Montrez came in and said, you know what, I'm going to accept this role and I'm going to do this, these guys did not play together. Everybody was beefing and arguing. You can't have that when you're trying to win. You can be the most talented roster in the NBA. You can have Larry Bird, Kobe, Magic, Kareem, MJ on the same team. If they got beef going on, they're not winning shit. Show me a team that won. I don't.
You got a. No, I was gonna say you got a point there.
Even last year's Lakers, right? They were the first seed in the West. If they had beefs going on, they wouldn't won no championship. Come on, man. Let's keep it a buck.
That's true.
You can't. And then you can't show me. You can't show me. You can't show me no teams that had beefs and won.
Yeah, you got a point there. And then we get this story, which I already knew beforehand. The Lakers brought in Andre Drummond after the trade deadline, and the reports actually came in before the deal happened, but for some reason they brought it out after the season came out, and it's like, well, look, we already knew that. The point is that they guaranteed him that he was going to start if he decided to come to the Lakers. So him coming in at the last minute and being guaranteed a starting position, that probably didn't help the situation either. What you think?
My thing is this. My thing is this. Montrez should have he should have accepted his role. And you know why? Here's the thing. When you just came out, when Montrez came off the bench for the Clippers, how do you expect yourself to come out? How you expect yourself to start for the Lakers? That's some bullshit. He should have been expected to have the same role that he had with the Clippers. And secondly, when you beef with the coach is not gonna play you if you're beefing with them. If you look, I can tell you from experience. I played ball for Dunbar High School. When I was beefing with the coach, my ass didn't play one fuck. When I would go at the coach and go against what the coach was saying, guess where I was? On the goddamn bench the whole rest of the game. Didn't even play, didn't touch the court. So if you're Montrez, if you want minutes, you don't beef with the coach. Beefing with the coach is not gonna get you minutes. You're gonna be on the bench crying. Crying is not gonna get you minutes. You have to earn those minutes. If Montrez showed that he's worth the minutes, he would have got them. If Montrez showed that he could play defense and he can box out and get bored and do shit, he would have got minutes. Frank Vogel, you have to force Frank Vogel to want to play you. You got to show Frank Vogel that you need to be on the court. And Montrez ain't shown that. All Montrez has shown, he can't defend, he can't block shot, he can't guard. You can't, bro. As a head coach, if I see you out there fucking up, I'm not playing your ass. It's simple as that. But also Schroeder, if A lot of these guys, you have to earn your minutes. You can't beef. You can't beef. You can't have a beef. You can't beef with the coach and expect to get playing time. Man, it's not happening.
Yeah. It's a trip now that I think about it, not to beat a dead horse with my Trez, but it's like it's kind of sort of the same thing that happened with when he was with the Clippers last year. I mean, when they brought in PG and Kawhi, little stuff came out of their locker room with Trez having problems about them getting preferential treatment, and he was kind of resentful because they had an okay team before the two superstars got there, and then he was kind of salty about Kawhi and PG supposedly getting preferential treatment. So actually, this is kind of like, Trez's MO. This is what he does. Now that you think about it. So I don't know about you, but I think we've seen that. I think that Game 6 was more than likely Montrez's last game in the Laker uniform. That's what I think, man. So let me ask you this question, man. So as soon as the playoffs are over, shortly after the playoffs are over, free agency will start. So what direction do you think the Lakers should go in, man? Do you think the Lakers should follow the model of the Nets and maybe acquire a third superstar? Or do you think they should just kind of continue what they've been doing and just add other pieces around AD and LeBron?
Man, I'm gonna say this, and my thing is this. I think the Lakers should start load managing. Guys like LeBron and AD should load manage. Don't play every game. Don't play back to back. I understand LeBron wants to get his numbers. He wants to get all his stats and all this stuff. But if you're LeBron James, you have to use what Kawhi's doing. Kawhi Leonard wouldn't be playing in the playoffs if he didn't sit out as many games as he did. If you're LeBron, you have to use that Kawhi thing. And AD as well. AD is so fragile, man. He can't be playing every game. Secondly, we need to get a third star. I feel like a third star is almost needed. And then after you get a third star, we're gonna need to find a way to get these players out of here. We gotta find a way to get better role players. We need shot creators and shot makers because right now these guys are not it. So we have to get some shot creators and shot makers, and we need to find some wing defenders. And we need to try to find a way to move all these guys, all these role players. I would trade all of them if I can. If I can find enough decent role players I will give up KCP. I'm giving up Caruso. I'm giving all these guys Kuzma, Montrez. They all gotta go. Stroder, THT, get them out of here. Get them all up out of here.
All of them, bro. You don't want to keep nobody.
I don't want to keep none of these role players. Get them all out. Get them all out of here. I want them all gone.
I like to see Caruso hang around, man. If he's not commanding too much money, the Lakers, they can match anything offered to Caruso, and also they can match anything offered to THT. So, since those two are younger players, I would like to see the Lakers keep them. But like you say, pretty much anybody else, they can go. It's my opinion. But so if we go after a third superstar, kind of like what the Nets did, who would be your top choice?
Well, I don't really know who's available or who's not. But if I was the Lakers, I mean, I don't really know who's available or who ain't. But so I really can't dive into who I would try to get. I don't really know who's gonna be. I know we're not getting Dame, but I mean that's the only person I can think of that's gonna be a free agent. I would love to get Dame if I could, because if we get Dame with AD and LeBron, man, that'd be some crazy shit. But also, even if we got Dame, I still want to get our role players up. I want to trade all these guys. I mean, if we keep Caruso, The rest of them got to go. The rest of the role players, they got to go. KCP, all these guys, because if we can get rid of all these guys, that's gonna open up so much cap space. And guess what? I would get rid of KCP and try to get OG. If I can get OG for KCP, if I can get Kyle Lowry for Stroder, if I can find enough role players that's decent, like if I could try to steal Van Fleet, Kyle Lowry, or if I can get OG, or I would even consider bringing in Jared Allen. If I could take Jared Allen, I would give the Cavs. Y'all can have Andre and Marc Gasol. Give me Jared Allen. He's a better big man, moves his feet well. I'll take Jared Allen. Man, if I can get Jared Allen, OG, Kyle Lowry, if I can get Wayne Ellington, if I can get Redick from the Mavericks, these are the players I'm looking at. I'm looking at players that I would take over these players we got now. Easily.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned Wayne Ellington. He was available last offseason, and the Lakers didn't get him. Well, he ended up with Detroit, right? Yeah, he ended up with Detroit.
That's my point. We could have got Wayne. If we got Wayne Ellington, OG, and Kyle Lowry, man, Kyle Lowry is a way better point guard than Stroder. And also OG. Everybody doesn't know about OG. He's a 3-and-D guy. He can shoot threes and he can defend at a high level. I'll take OG and Ellington.
Right.
If I can get Redick, I'll take him too. And if I can't get Redick, I might go for guys like Seth Curry, or even then, if the Sixers are stupid enough, then I'll try to take Danny Green back. I ain't gonna cap. I want that nigga back. That ain't gonna play D. He gonna sip his roll and hit threes.
Yeah, and he ain't gonna do nothing stupid. Like some of the other players, man. You mentioned Dame. That definitely, if we added a third superstar, it would definitely, in my opinion, would have to be a backcourt player. I would love to have Dame, but he's locked in 35, damn near 40 million for the next few years. They would have to trade damn near the whole damn team with all the role players just to get him. So that doesn't seem likely. But at the same time, if James Harden, if Russell Westbrook, if they can get and Chris Paul, they can get traded. The way I see it, Damian Lillard could be traded too. They all make about the same amount of money. I guess it's just all a matter of what what you would send over in exchange, because like sent over from James Harden, like you could barely remember who the guys were. Anyway, I don't know, man. It's gonna be one thing I can say is the off season for the Lakers is probably gonna be just as dramatic as the regular season was, because I predict, just like you're saying, it's going to be a lot of changes. There's going to be a lot of changes with the Lakers coming up this offseason. Hey, you saw that the story I did earlier about people are saying Anthony Davis needs to fire his personal trainer, man. What you think about that?
Whoever trains AD for like I think you should too. Fire that nigga.
The trip thing about Mike, check it out. You know who his personal trainer is?
Oh,
his personal trainer is a dude that works for the Lakers.
They should fire all the Lakers, all the training staff for the Lakers need to be fired.
The guy, his name is John Ishop. He knows AD from back when AD was with the Pelicans, and he joined the Lakers training staff when they traded for AD.
Fine.
When you watch the Laker game, when you watch the Laker game, the little trainer that comes out, there's kind of the kind of little fat black dude with the bald head with the beard. Not the little Asian chick, but the black dude who always comes out and helps the players when they hurt themselves on the court. That's his personal trainer.
Yeah, fire his ass.
Yeah, something, whatever they're doing, man. You know, I don't know what it is, whatever they're doing or not doing. Something ain't working, man. Because like Barkley said, dude should not be getting. He's not even 28 years old. 28 years old yet. He should not be getting hurt every damn season, man. This shit don't make no sense.
His personal trainer, he should be fired. Any personal trainer that allows a big man to wear the low top shoes, man, fire his ass immediately. AD's not stretching. I mean, I don't think AD is doing all the stuff necessary to keep his body in top shape. He's probably not stretching. He's probably not ice bathing. He's probably not doing things to keep his body, because if you watch LeBron James after before and after games, he's always trying to do things to make himself be healthy, like ice bathing, getting in the chamber, stretching. AD needs to do a better job of taking care of his body after games. I've seen AD playing video games after games, and that's pathetic. How the fuck are you playing games after a game? Go to the goddamn ice bath, ice yourself down, stretch yourself out, and make sure you're good for the game, for the next game. You're supposed to start your recovery after the game, or even before the game. You can do recovery before and after the game, but AD chooses to play video games when he's not playing. That's my beef with AD. Why the hell are you not getting yourself ready before and after games? Why are you playing around because you're in Hollywood? That's his goddamn problem.
Yeah, it kind of leads me to his work ethic and everything. I mean, he's really relying a lot on his talent, but I don't know. But at the same time, I'm kind of frustrated with LeBron, because it's like, LeBron, you know, if you suggested to him, look, bro, why don't you try this? AD, he may decide to listen. But if LeBron doesn't even say anything, who knows what would or wouldn't happen. But then again, we don't know. Even if LeBron tried to steer him in a certain direction, it would be up to AD to do it or not do it. So, we can't really blame it on anybody besides AD, bro.
I would have to ask, if I was LeBron James and I was around AD, I'd be like, hey AD, what do you want to win? What do you want to do? You want to just pet stats, or you want to get rings? Which one?
Right.
I would go to AD's house. I would go straight over there. Cause look, when I was in high school playing for Dunbar, if my team is playing trash, I would invite the whole team to my house, or I would go to their house, and we would like sit down, have dinner, and talk about, well, what can we do better, to make our team better. If I was LeBron, I would go to AD's house. Like, look, man, I'm trying to win chips. I need you on the court, sir. I need if you don't what do you want, chips or stats? What are we playing for, stats or chips? I just want to know.
Because it's kind of like a blessing and a curse, because the first year they were together, they won it all. So now, we don't know exactly how hungry AD is, man. Is he hungry for multiple championships? Is he hungry to be a Hall of Fame player? Is he hungry enough to be one of the best players ever? I don't get that feeling from AD, man. At least not yet. So I guess it remains to be seen, man. But anyway, man. Yo, Mike, we're going to get ready to wrap this. Do me a favor. Let everybody know where they can find you. Instagram, let everybody know where they can find you. Instagram, YouTube, all that stuff. Let them know.
Well, I got two channels. My first channel is called Goat Mike Loves His Haters. Make sure to subscribe to that. Subscribe to my second channel, Lakers channel, Big Mike. Follow me on Instagram at Goat Mike Hezzy Guy. Follow me on Twitter at Lakers Fan. And also y'all support both our channels. Great conversation, man. I know it kind of went left to right, but it was good. It was a good left to right though. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it, my guy.
All right, my brother. Hey guys, that's it, man. I'm gonna wrap it up. Thanks to Go Mike for dropping in. We'll do it again. Mike, make sure you text me the Cash App, man. I'm gonna hook you up, and we're gonna go ahead and end this, man, and we'll see what happens in the future with the Lakers, bro. All right, man. Appreciate, man, you coming on, man. We'll do it again.
Yes, sir, for sure.
All right, let's get that outro going. All right, Mike.